Dr. H. Holmes, known as the Beast of Chicago and the Devil in the White City, is possibly America's first serial killer, operating between 1891 and 1893. He was born Herman Webster Mudgett on May 16th, 1861. He describes that he was bullied at school. On one occasion, he was made to stand in front of a human skeleton, and the hand was placed on his face. Although at the time he explained he was frightened, he later stated that this gave him a fascination with death. He'd later go on to dissect animals. He graduated medicine in 1886 from the University of Michigan and moved to Chicago, took a job as a pharmacist under the name of Dr. H. Holmes. It is here in 1887 on West 63rd Street, Chicago, that H. Holmes would go on to build his murder castle, a three-story mixed-use building. The first floor was to be retail space for shops, the second floor was to be apartments, and the third floor was for a hotel. H. Holmes would constantly hire and fire architects, building companies, and steel workers, refusing to pay them. This is so they could never fully know the plans of the building. In reality, there were secret torch chambers, trapdoors, chutes, and gas chambers. In the basement, there was a crematorium. H. Holmes would invite tourists who had travelled for the Columbian exhibition to stay at his hotel. He also charmed many women, promised engagement, took over the finances, and then they would start to disappear. He'd go on to kill his victims in multiple ways. He'd turn the gas on in the rooms and lock the doors, sealing them in. He would starve some of them to death. He would smother and strangle others, then take the bodies to the basement and either cremate them or sell the bodies to the local medical school. He also had a friend who was called Benjamin Peitzel. He was his right-hand man in many of his criminal schemes. One of the last schemes that they were ever involved with together resulted in Peitzel's murder. H. Holmes convinced him to take a $10,000 life insurance policy out with the aim of swapping his body. However, he would go on to smuggle Peitzel with chloroform, rendering him unconscious, and then burning him alive with benzene. He then took £500 of the insurance money and paid off his unsuspecting wife, Carrie Ann Canning. However, he feared that Peitzel's 5 children could become suspicious. He went on to convince Carrie Canning to allow him to take the children into his care. Taking the children across the border to Canada, H. Holmes would eventually kill 3 of them, placed 2 in a trunk, proceeded to put a gas pipe into it and gassed them. It was for this failed scheme that he was charged with murder. H. Holmes would go on to confess to killing 27 other people, however experts think it could be in the hundreds. He was hanged on May 7th, 1896.